EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ready? 125. 54 miles. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Slow. No, easy, easy, easy. Let's go.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Elliott running right. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you... They're all about continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Let's get it. Under 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second down, it's Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, 5-0. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Easy. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, even.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Just like that. Watch the safety creep.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play fake. Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, pick your pick. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike, easy.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Got an open man. It's Ratley. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Like 80. Check number 19. Check number 19.
Now on 2nd and 16. Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Easy work. It's easy work. Deontay Johnson. 16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
That! Like 20. 32 is the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Big Ben going to take it himself. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. They find some open field here. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. One man in the backfield, Elliott. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double time, double time. We got
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it.
And got his man complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Like 80. 52. Focus, defense, focus.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Monday.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 4th and goal.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
77.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Let's convert.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Winston now. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Ready. 5
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Winston. It's caught by OBJ. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a give, right side. It's Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch the shift. Pilot, 64, weak.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Screen. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his target, Beckham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Third and short yardage, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Check. Watch 54. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Take four.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Marr able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
50. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Danny.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What we got? World! Middle!
Now it's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On second down, Elliott. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Ready? Blue way. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Even. You better be afraid of me. Let's go.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.